Hi yogis, I decided that I was going to make a video for the couple of drills from our first inversion class. Might be easier to follow. So it won't be a long video, but it will help you remember what we learned on Sunday. So go ahead and get on your mat when you're ready, and we'll come into a tabletop position for our hand drills. So we'll stay with the wrists under elbows, elbows under shoulders. And we'll just start with our hand push-ups. So we'll go ahead and lift the right palm, keeping the fingers down, and then release. Lift the left palm, and then release. Lift the right palm, and then release. Lift the left palm, and then release. And then maybe go ahead and try lifting both palms, shifting the weight gently forward. Might feel pretty intense on the fingers. And then release. And then we'll move right on to hand push-ups. We'll go ahead and come to the tips of the fingers on the right hand and press until the tips turn white, really bringing some weight into the fingers. And then release and do the same on the left. Press, really bring some weight into the fingers, maintain for just a moment or two, and then release. And go ahead and switch back and forth. So pressing into fingers and release, press into fingers and release. And then again, you could take both at the same time for a little more work. And then release, press, and release. Now we'll go ahead and just shift the weight into the pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, and then thumb, index finger, middle, ring, and pinky. And then just do that a couple times, shifting the weight back and forth so that you begin to experience what it's like to use your hands to bear the weight in different ways, back and forth. And now let's just talk about hands on the mat a little bit, really pressing down into the index finger ball, lifting the palms, but keeping the weight in the ball of the index finger. Now lower the palms down and then go ahead and press into the fingers so that the knuckles bend. And this is really the handstand hand. Maybe we can get a close-up of how that's going to look. And you can practice the handstand hand. You'll notice the index finger ball is really pressing down, the thumb is pressing down, the fingers are pressing down, and the knuckles are bent. You can see that my hands are really working here, and they will have to work like this in order to maintain a handstand. This is really all about handstand eventually, and then release from that. Go ahead and take your fingers out to the edges of the mat and shift the weight from left to right, left to right. And this is about flexion in the, or flexibility rather, in the wrist. So just a little challenge for the wrist from side to side, and then we'll take it fingertips toward knees. And from here, you can shift the weight back toward the heels if you need a little more work in the forearms, a little more length in the forearms. You could also do this one hand at a time if both hands was too intense. So just maintaining this for a few breaths. You could even work on handstand hands a little bit here by pressing into fingertips, bending the knuckles a little extra challenge. And then release, turn the fingers back around. Sit back on your heels, and I always suggest tucking the toes for a little intense toe stretch while you're working the hands. That way you're working the feet and the hands together. You can reach back and tuck the pinkies under if they don't do that on their own. And then we'll work on the hands. So go ahead and take the right hand out first, turn it palm up, point the fingers down toward the mat. Take your left hand, hold on to the pinky, inhale to pull away, exhale to pull the finger back toward the forearm. And then release, and we'll move through each finger. Pull it out and back with a breath. Release. Pull it out and back with a breath. Release. Index finger, pull it out and back for a breath. And then stack the hands, reach up for the thumb, clasp the thumb with your fingers, pull it out and back to the side of your wrist or forearm. Big stretch for the thumb. And then release. If you need to come off of the toes, go ahead and come off of the toes and just sit back on your heels. And then we'll come back around for the left hand, same action. Inhale to pull the pinky out and back. Exhale as you stretch. Inhale out, exhale back with the ring finger. Same thing with the middle. Inhale out, exhale back. This is a great daily stretch for the hands and wrists, even if you're not doing inversions, but super important if you are. Grab onto the index finger, inhale, pull out and back. And then stack the hands, reach up, grab the thumb, pull it out and back toward the arm. And then let's just take fists and then open wide, fists and open wide, fists and open wide. And then make fists with both hands and just take circles up overhead. And then take the circles down, switching directions a couple times. Just rolling out the wrists. And then interlace the fingers, make a figure 8 pattern, maybe changing directions. Just making sure you get a full range of motion in both wrists, and then flick water off the fingertips. And then go ahead and come to stand and we'll work on the shoulders. So you'll remember from our class on Sunday, we are going to work the flexibility in the shoulders. We're going to hold on to the right rib cage, take the arms straight out, palm facing off to the side, thumb pointing up. Inhale as you draw your arm all the way up, finding your edge. Articulate the arm and bring it all the way down, palm facing the leg. We'll take that 4 more times. Forward, up, back. Articulate and come down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, and around 1 more time. Forward, all the way to the edge and down, keeping the torso nice and still if possible. And go the other way. Take the palm facing the leg, bring it back behind you, flip the palm, and then bring it around. Really important to find your edge, so reach back until you can't anymore, and then articulate to bring the arm around. A couple more times. Reaching back, articulate and come around. And then we'll find our little box with the shoulder. We'll reach forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Release. Switch sides. Left hand or right hand holds the left rib cage this time. This is about keeping the torso stable. Forward, up, back, and articulate around. Forward, up, and back. Find the edge here, and then go ahead and turn. Forward, all the way back and around. 2 more times. Forward, all the way back. Challenge your edge. Turn and come around. Last time. Find the edge and come around. And then we'll take it the other direction. Back to the edge. Turn the shoulder and bring it around. Back to the edge. Really work at finding it. And then bring it around. Bring it back and around. Bring it back and around. Last time. Back and around. And then we'll find our little box shape with the shoulders. So reach forward out of the socket, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And go ahead and release. So there's a couple little hand, shoulder, wrist exercises for you to add to your day. And I'll be following this short video with a core strength video. So thank you and enjoy your practice this week.